filmed a kind of like chit chat getting ready video. So that is what today is going to be. I hope you guys like it. I know the lighting is kind of weird right now because I have been arranging my room. If you guys like follow me on Instagram, or no, not Instagram. If you guys like follow me on Twitter, you might have heard about that. But I'm on a different wall right now and the lighting isn't, I don't know. I don't know if it's better or worse, but it looks a little like grainy in the like camera. So I'm sorry if that's annoying. I am working on getting better quality and stuff. So yeah, but I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. It was kind of fun for me to like film and like talk through what I'm doing. So yeah, obviously this is what I ended up with, but in a second you'll see me just woken up with no makeup on. So let's just jump right into the getting ready video. Okay, so I literally just woke up and put my hair up in a bun to help like keep the hair off my face when I'm working with it. So to get my skin ready for the makeup, the first thing I'm going to do is use this Expert Sensitive Skin Gentle Refreshing Toner all over just to help, I don't know, kind of like clean up my skin. I don't like to wash my face again in the morning just because it gets kind of dry. Like I have oily skin, but it still will get flaky like on my forehead and stuff. So I don't like to wash it and dry it out. So I just use some of this because it has been pretty moisturizing lately. So I just take a little bit on a cotton round. And the only thing I don't like about this is like how it comes out. Sometimes I'll kind of pour it on, but I don't want to spill it. So okay, so after I put the toner on, I just follow up with some moisturizer. And this is the CeraVe Moisturizing Lotion. And this is my absolute favorite facial moisturizer. I've used this for years, and this lasts quite a long time. So I just put a little bit on my fingers and kind of blend it together, and then just apply it. And after that, I usually will apply either a foundation or a BB cream, and I've been using quite a few different ones. It just really depends what I'm doing, and since I'm just going to be filming a lot today, I want something that's going to like look really nice and last for a long time. So I'm going to be using this Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, which I don't really use like on a day-to-day basis, but when I know I'm going to be filming and, you know, out and about doing a lot of stuff, I like this because it does last a little bit longer than like a BB cream or something would. So what I do with this is just take my finger and like blob some little pieces onto my skin, on my nose. This looks funny. And then I take my beauty blender and just start dabbing at it and blending it in. Okay, and I know it looks like too white for my skin right now, but I need something a little bit lighter. My skin was really red when I woke up. So we're going to apply like powder and stuff to help even everything out, but this helps to really kind of like counteract all the redness that I had. So right now I'm just going to be applying some concealer under my eyes, and I don't have any like crazy blemishes showing through, so I'm not going to put this on my face just because I feel like sometimes when you put concealer on things, you can kind of see like the color difference and it's hard to get it blended perfectly. So I'd rather just leave it and let the foundation cover it a little bit. And then I just take the pointed side of my beauty blender thing and like just do the same thing. Okay, and once I have my concealer blended, I will set it under my eyes with this L'Oreal Translucide powder. And I usually use this like all over my face, but it's running really, really low and I need to get a new one. So I'm going to be using a different powder all over, but I'm just going to use this under my eyes because it's a really nice, light, finely milled powder and it helps them to set. So I'm going to have to like shake some down. Yeah, there's like none coming out. Like you can see it, but yeah, this is like completely out. Okay. So I'm just going to take this kind of like blending brush from Eco Tools and I just use this under my eyes. I just get like a bunch of powder on and start patting it under. Okay, and then to set the rest of my face and kind of add a little bit of color and more coverage, I'm going to be using this Almay Wake Up Powder, and this used to be my absolute favorite. It kind of like has almost a little bit of moisture in it, so it helps not to stick to like flakiness and stuff. So I'm just using this Eco Tools like blush brush or something. I really need to get new brushes. I have like the worst collection of brushes ever. I've had them forever, and they're not really, you know, anything exciting. So I just like put some on and tap the rest off because you don't want to overdo this powder because it can get a little cakey looking. And then I just start putting it everywhere. Okay, and then after I have my powder on, I start working on my eyes, and that's just because I like to give my eyeliner kind of a while to dry before I start curling my lashes and stuff. So while they're drying, I do all the other stuff on my face. But to prime my eyes, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Beige, and I am like running out of this. Can you see that? I would always see like the new champagne one and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't get that. I don't want to like waste money, but this is like running out and I'm not going to be able to find the other ones. But I just take a little bit of this on my finger and then start to kind of gently pat and like put it on my eye. And then I just use this like toner thing that we use to get it off my finger so that I don't have cream eyeshadow all over my finger. Okay, and then for my eyeshadow today, I kind of want something simple. So I'm going to start out with this Wet n Wild eyeshadow in Brulee, I think. And it's just like kind of a skin tone matte color to go over the cream shadow I just put on to help set it. And it will kind of cover up the shimmer, but that's not really why I used it. So I'm going to go in with my MAC palette that I made, and this is All That Glitters, and it's running out too, but I'm going to use that in kind of like the second half of my eye and like my crease and my lid and kind of just everywhere except my brow bone and my inner corner basically. Okay, and then to help deepen up the crease, I'm going to use a little bit of espresso, just a tiny bit on this kind of like skinnier shader brush, just on the very tip of it. And then I'm going to bring it into the crease a little bit. And then just blend it out. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of Ploof in the inner corner. And then I just go back in with the same brush I used to set and go back over everything and kind of help blend again. Because sometimes it gets like too far down and stuff. So this just helps clean up the edges and get rid of any fallout that there might be. After I have that done, I usually put on my liquid eyeliner. If you guys have been watching me, then you know that I use the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 in Ultra Black, and I'm not going to do this on camera just because it's really, really hard to see in the like screen on here. So I'm going to go do this in a real mirror, and then I'll be right back. So now I have my eyeliner on, and I just do it on my top lash line, and I don't do anything else really because I feel like it can kind of close off my eyes. So right now that's just all I'm doing, and then while I wait for it to dry, because it is a liquid, and while it does like dry to the touch, I feel like I really want it to be super dry before I start curling my lashes because otherwise it can kind of pull it off in pieces if you guys have ever experienced that. So I'm going to start with putting some blush or bronzer on. I'm going to kind of like lightly contour. What I use is this CoverGirl True Blend Minerals. It's supposedly a translucent powder, but it has a lot of like bronze color to it. If you guys can see that, like it's pretty dark. So I just use a little bit of this on my regular blush brush and tap off the excess and then kind of go to where it should be. So once I have the contour where I want it, I just kind of take the excess and put it on my temples. And then I go back and take the brush that I used for my powder and start kind of buffing it a little bit. Okay, and then after that I go in with my blush, and this is the L'Oreal like limited edition one in the Mystics blush, and it's just a really nice kind of dusty light pink, and I have not been able to find another color like this like anywhere. So if you guys know any like nice like really light kind of dusty pinks, then let me know, because there's a few that I found like online, but I don't know, in person I'm afraid that they'll look different, so I haven't bought any. But yeah, so I just take this same brush and kind of dab it in, and I do this in layers because this blush is a little bit sheer and I don't want to waste it, so I don't want to like load up my brush. I just do it in layers. Okay, and then I'm also going to apply a little bit of a highlight, and the one that I've been using lately is this Wet n Wild Fergie one, and I featured this in like a haul, and I'm still kind of like, I think I like it now, but it still kind of irritates me sometimes because it's just like, it's pigmented, but it's not like what I want it to be. Like for Wet n Wild, like their stuff is usually super pigmented, and I feel like this is just a little bit not. So I take the same brush, but I kind of like smush it a little bit so I get kind of like a line. If I had a fan brush, then this wouldn't be happening, but I just don't have a lot of brushes. So, and then I just take that kind of like right where my cheekbone is, I guess, under my eye a little bit. Okay, and now that I'm done with all the like powder and stuff, I'm going to apply some chapstick because I hate when I put chapstick on and then like powder sticks to it. So this is just the Nivea Kiss of Moisture like basic one. And I like this one because it's kind of like a thinner formula, but it's still super moisturizing. And then right now I'm going to do my brows, and I don't want to do a lot to them because they really need to get done and they're really like unruly right now. So I don't want like a ton of stuff on them, but I just use this L'Oreal palette in Wood Rose, and I've used this forever. I used to have like the old gold packaging, but I just recently got this one, in the CVS sale, like, I don't know, it's probably in a video a while ago, but I'm just going to use this lightest brown color right here. And normally when my brows are like done, I'll kind of do like the ombre thing with them, but they're not in that state right now. So I'm just going to use a little bit in the front to make it look like an eyebrow. And then bring it out to the tail. And then after I have that, I'm just going to set it with an eyebrow gel. If I can find it. Oh, here's the one that I've been using. It's from Essence at Ulta. I got it, and it's really gross. And this irritates me because, like, there's a huge chunk in the bottom that the brush, like, can't reach to at all. And you can tell because everything else is dirty except for this, and that really bugs me. So I'm just going to wipe off the excess because there's, like, too much on here every time. And then I just put some on my eyebrow. And then after I have that on, I just take a regular spoolie brush and distribute it a little bit better without adding more product. Okay, and now I'm going to start on my lips. I like to start with kind of a nude lipstick always, just because if you're going to use like a Maybelline Color Whisper or like the L'Oreal Color something, like if you have a nude on first, it helps the color really show through better. So this one is by Revlon, and it is in soft nude, and I've heard a lot of people say that they really like this, but I don't like it too much on its own. It's just like a little bit maybe like too, I don't know, like brown toned for me, even though I know it's supposed to be like a pinky one, but whatever. You don't want a lot of it because you don't want to get too cakey, but just enough to kind of like give yourself a base. So then for the color, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Color Whisper in Petal Rebel, and it's just a really nice kind of like light springy pink. So I'm just going to apply this over the lipstick. I feel like it's like not sticking too well, but. And then after that, I'm going to apply a lip gloss just because it'll help everything kind of stay longer, and I really like the color of this. And this is the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in beige, which you guys have probably heard about. Okay, and now that my eyeliner has had plenty of time to dry, I'm going to start curling my lashes. And if you guys have been watching me, you know that I only use the kind that are like this shape because I feel like they work a lot better for my lashes. And so, yeah, that's just what I use. You guys can kind of see like a little bit of a difference, I hope, just from curling my lashes. I look so much like more awake. Even though I don't sound awake, I sound sick, but whatever. So I'm going to start off using this Maybelline New York The Color Rocket Volume Express in Waterproof. I always like to start with a waterproof just to help them stay curled. And a lot of people have been raving about this mascara, and it's definitely good. It helps separate, and it's not like clumpy or anything. But I feel like it's nothing like special, even though it does do really great things. So I'm just going to start off with a coat of this. Okay, and then after I have the layer of the Rocket Mascara on, I follow up with a layer of Rimmel's Volume Flash Scandalized Mascara. And I don't use this alone because, first of all, it's not waterproof, and second of all, it's just, I don't know, you need more than this, I think. I like love layering mascaras. But anyways, I put a layer of this on just because the Maybelline Rocket one doesn't add like the thickness. I know it's supposed to be like volumizing, but it really does a good job of like lengthening and separating, but it doesn't add like mass to your lashes as quickly. So one coat of this really solves that problem because the brush is ridiculous and it's super like, yeah. And then I just follow up with a final coat of the Maybelline Rocket Mascara to help separate the stuff that I just put on and kind of make like a waterproof barrier. I don't know if that's a thing, but in my head that's why I do it. So okay, so now that my lashes are done, I think my face looks a lot more like pulled together. So the final step is to just pull my hair down because I don't know, sometimes I like to wear it in a bun, but sometimes I'm just not feeling it. So let that down, kind of shake it out. I'm gonna need like some dry shampoo just to add like body to it and stuff, but basically that is the final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like chit chat getting ready video. I'm gonna go film the intro right now while I'm like done because I feel like that's what everybody kind of does. So I'm going to do that, but I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this, and let me know if you want any more videos like this. I'm sure they won't be super different, but yeah. Please remember to subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you have them. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.